Niyi Osundare is not my business depicts an oppressed society where people disappear, are imprisoned, or are fired from their jobs, with no one speaking up for them or taking any form of action against the oppressors. The central themes in Not My Business, therefore, revolve around social indifference, the consequences of not speaking up in the face of injustice, and the cyclical nature of oppression. Here is an analysis of the themes in Not My Business. Number 1. Oppression, injustice, and impunity. The themes of injustice and impunity is evident in the poem as the oppressors execute their tyranny without a fair trial or any due process. Niyi Osundare painted vivid imagery of the oppressive scenes, like Akoni was beaten so badly that he could hardly move. This is captured in line 2, stanza 1, where it says, "Beat him soft like clay." Danladi was possibly murdered or locked away for life. This is also seen in line 10, stanza 2, where it reads, "and dragged Danladi out, then off to lengthy absence." And Chinwe was sacked despite having a stainless record. Moreover, these oppressors commit these acts with no one to call them to order. They probably use the victims as a warning to those who may want to protest, keeping the citizens in fear and survival mode. This points out how a tyrannical government manipulates and controls the public for its benefit, preventing the citizens from uniting to fight back. This also points to a possible reason for the narrator's indifference captured in the refrain of the poem. Number 2. Societal apathy. Niyi Osundare's poem Not My Business has a central theme of indifference in the face of injustice. This theme is seen throughout the poem, starting from the title and throughout the stanzas. Friends and neighbors of the poem's persona are being brutally oppressed by the people in power, yet he distances himself from it all. His rationale is that the events unfolding are not his business. This mindset is captured in the title of the poem, Not My Business. First, Akoni was taken and was beaten soft like clay and stuffed down the belly of a jeep. Then it was Danladi. The whole house was booted awake and Danladi was dragged off to a lengthy silence. Finally, there was Chinwe, a lady with a stainless record, who was sacked from her job. Despite knowing all this, the narrator's only concern is that his benefits are not cut off. So, none of the incidents concern him. He remained indifferent to the plight of his neighbors, but this does not mean he was safe. One day, he saw the jeep waiting on his lawn, the same jeep that had taken Akoni away. This time, he was sure that the oppressors had come knocking at his door. The situation is now his business. This twist in the narrative shows the cost of apathy. It may not be you today, but it may be you tomorrow. The message is that societal oppression is everyone's business, and the oppressor can target anyone at any time. The satirical nature of the poem points to it critiquing the societal tendency to turn a blind eye to the suffering of others or ignore political problems, especially when it seems to tilt to their benefit. Number 3. The cycle of oppression and the consequences of inaction. The structure of the poem shows that for a tyrannical regime, the oppression of the citizens goes around with no care for gender or ethnic group. The three victims described in stanzas 1, 2, and 3, Akoni, Danladi, and Chinwe, are from the three major ethnic groups in Nigeria, and two of them are male, while one is female. Each of the victims suffered deeply at the hands of the oppressors. Stanza 4 shows the speaker's eventual experience of the same injustice he was indifferent about. Niyi Osundare ordered the narrative in such a way that it is seen that oppression is not a one-off thing, and the persona of the poem consistently ignores what is happening because it did not hurt him directly. When the knock came at his door and he saw the jeep waiting in his lawn, it dawned on the speaker that he was also vulnerable, leaving him bewildered. In conclusion, themes in Niyi Osundare's Not My Business describe the oppression and ill-treatment that a tyrannical leadership inflicts on the citizens under it. It also expresses the human tendency to turn a blind eye when he is not directly affected. The satirical nature of the poem shows that it aims to call attention to the injustice that happens around them and alert them to the dangers of indifference in the face of injustice. Did you capture any other themes in the poem Not My Business? If you did, let us hear about it in the comment section. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.